Hello, in this video we are going to talk about Ripple, the company, and their cryptocurrency XRP. So let's get it on. So as a resource, I'm going to use Investopedia, and I'm going to read some of this to you. I'm going to use it as a base, and then I'm going to talk about my own insights and what ideas I have about Ripple and XRP. But if you don't know anything about Ripple or XRP, then this video is for you. So let's go. So what is Ripple? Ripple is a technology. Well, Ripple is the company. For example, the Ripple is the company that created XRP, and co-founders were Chris Larsen and Chad McCaleb, and it was created in 2012. So Ripple was established in 2012. Ripple is more known for its digital payment protocol than its cryptocurrency XRP. Ripple operates on an open source and peer-to-peer decentralized platform that allows for seamless transfers of money in any form, whether USD, Yen, Litecoin, or Bitcoin. To understand how the system works, consider a money transfer structure where the two parties on either end of the transaction use their preferred middleman to receive the money. So here's an example. Lawrence needs to send $100 to David, who lives in a different city. He gives his local agent Kate the money to send to David with a password that David is required to answer correctly to receive the funds. Kate alerts David's agent Rose of the transaction details, a recipient, funds to be reimbursed, and password. If David gives Rose the right password, Rose gives him $100. However, the money comes from Rose's account, which means the Kate would own Rose $100. Rose can either record a journal of Kate's debt or EOS, which Kate would pay on an agreed day, or make counter transaction which would balance the debt. For example, if Rose was also Martin's agent and Martin needed to transfer $100 to Itis, whose agent is Kate, this would balance out the $100 owed to Rose, since Itis will be paid from Kate's account. Although the Ripple's network is a little more complex than this example, the example demonstrates the basics of how the Ripple system works. From the example above, one can see that trust is required to initiate a transaction. Trust between Lawrence and Kate and Rose, and David and Rose. Ripple uses a medium known as a gateway that serves as the link in the trust chain between two parties wanting to make transactions. Gateway acts as a credit intermediary that receives and sends currencies to public addresses over the Ripple network. Anyone or any business can register and open a gateway which authorizes the registrant to act as the middleman for exchanging currencies, maintaining liquidity, and transferring payments on the network. So that's how Ripple and XRP it works. So key takeaways: Ripple is a technology most known for its digital payment network and protocol. However, it also has its own cryptocurrency XRP. Ripple's main process is a payment settlement, asset exchange, and remittance systems that is similar to SWIFT. So did you know that SWIFT was so the payment system we currently are using was created at the same time when we were using phone wire phones, like you had to like dial in like and put the number in, you know what I'm saying? So it's really old system. So Ripple and XRP are trying to create a new way to send money fast. So at today's world it takes a lot of money and time to send money. So Ripple is trying to solve that problem. That is the problem that they are trying to solve. This is system for international money and security transfers that is used by banks and financial middlemen. Rather than use blockchain mining, Ripple uses a consensus mechanism through a group of servers to confirm transactions. Ripple transactions use less energy than Bitcoin, are confirmed in seconds, and cost very little, versus Bitcoin transactions, which use more energy, take longer to confirm, and include high transaction cost. So here's more about XRP. The digital currency XRP acts as a bridge currency to other currencies. It does not discriminate between one fiat cryptocurrency and another, and thus makes it easy for any currency to be exchanged for another. Each currency on the ecosystem has its own gateway. If David wanted bitcoins as payment for the service rendered to Lawrence, Lawrence doesn't necessarily have to have bitcoins. He can send the payment to his gateway in Canadian dollars, and David can receive bitcoins from his gateway. One gateway is not needed to initiate a complete transaction. Multiple gateways can be used, forming a chain of trust rippling across the users. Holding balances with a gateway exposes the users to counterparty risk, which is also a risk that is apparent in the traditional banking system. If the gateway does not honor its EOU or liability, the user could lose the value of his money held at that gateway. Users that don't trust a gateway can therefore transact with a trusted gateway that in turn deals with the untrusted gateway. This way, the EOU will be with the trusted or creditworthy certified gateway. The counterparty risk does not apply to bitcoins and most other altcoins, since a user's bitcoin is not another user's EOU or liability. So here more about how Ripple works. So here's more about the consensus. I'm going to read some of these to you too, because it's really important to understand. So the Ripple network does not run with a proof of work system like Bitcoin or proof of stake system like Next. Instead, transactions rely on the consensus protocol in order to validate account balances and transactions on the system. The consensus works to improve the integrity of the system by preventing double spending. A Ripple user that initiates a transaction with multiple gateways but craftily sends the same $100 to the gateway system will have all but the first transaction deleted. Individual distributed nodes decide by consensus which transactions was made first by taking a poll to determine the majority vote. The confirmations are instant and take roughly 5 seconds. Since there's no central authority that decides who can set up a node and confirm transactions, the Ripple platform is described as decentralized. Ripple keeps track of all EOUs in a given currency for any user or gateway. EOU credits and transaction flows that occur between Ripple wallets are publicly available on the Ripple consensus ledger. But even though financial transaction history is publicly recorded and made available on the blockchain, the data is not linked to the ID or account of any individual or business. However, the public record of our dealings make the information susceptible to the anonymization measures. Important, the Ripple payment system is increasingly being used by banks versus Bitcoin, which is used primarily by individuals and organizations as a digital currency. So here is some special considerations. Let's check it out too. Ripple improves on some of the drawbacks attributed to traditional banks. Transactions are settled within seconds on the Ripple network, even though the platform handles millions of transactions frequently. This is unlike banks, which could take days or weeks to complete the wire transfer. The fee to conduct transactions on Ripple is also minimal, with the minimum transaction cost required for a standard transaction to set at 0.00001 XRP compared to the large fees charged by banks for conducting cross-border payments. The token ticker for Ripple is XRP. As of where here's more about the price. But anyway, so that's Investopedia's article on Ripple. I think that it covered Ripple and XRP pretty well. I highly encourage you to take take action and read more about Ripple or watch more about XRP. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video.